Welcome to Pokemon Go Ahead, it's your boy Cheeklay. As we all know, if you're doing a regular raid, you can either go in person or do it remotely, meaning you can just do it from wherever you are when you're being invited to some raid somewhere around the world. However, when it comes to max battles and shadow raids, you cannot remote. Now there are some rare occasions when you could remote for a shadow raid, and that's on a shadow raid day. Back in January of 2025, Shadow Ho-Oh Raid Day was one of the best raid days because it was the first time ever that you can jump into a shadow raid during the time frame remotely. And a lot of trainers were requesting to remote in max battles, considering how it's difficult to get a big group of people to come out in person during Gigantamax max battle days, or when there's a raid boss like Dynamax Entei or Dynamax Suicune. But ladies and gentlemen, Niantic and Pokemon Go just made a huge update, and I'm very excited to share this with you guys. We get to remote raid, shadow raids, and max battles. So before we talk about all of this stuff in general, be sure to subscribe if you're brand new. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts, and also make sure you hit the notification bell so if you like some of these videos that I make, be the first one to check out a new one. And let's go ahead and remotely dive in to the details. Let's talk about updates for shadow raids first, starting with the Crown Clash Taking Over event, which is on May 13th at 11 a.m. Trainers can participate in a shadow raid remotely with a remote raid pass. As we all know, you could do some remote raid passes for Shadow Regigigas because it's going to be around that weekend that you can get Shadow Regigigas. This change will remain ineffective after the conclusion of the event, and shadow raids will count towards the daily limit of remote raids, just as expected. So if you want to go for shadow raids or both, your limit is 10 in general. Now let's talk about remote raid limits in general. Starting on May 13th at 11 a.m., the daily remote raid limit will increase from 5 to 10. So I know that doesn't sound like a lot for some of you, but we've been stuck on the 5 raid pass limit every day, and it's just been kind of stressful. But now we can do double the amount, which is good, and this maximum may increase for special events. So trainers, you can do at least 10 remote raids, whether it's a shadow, a mega, a 5-star, you name it. And now for the biggest one, max battles. This is the biggest request. Max battles are usually in person, usually have max particles, and there's a possibility that you could just remote for it, but we wouldn't know how it would be possible, but now we know the details on this update. Starting on May 19th at 11 a.m., before Gigantamax Machamp Max Battle Day, trainers will be able to join max battles remotely by using remote raid passes and the usual number of max particles. So yes, it's gonna be very costly to get a ton of Gigantamax battles. Again, you have a limit of 10 remotes. So you can either remote for 10 max battles or 10 shadow raids, or a mix of both. You could do like half raids, half max battles, but on the max battle day, you might want to do at least 10. The remote raid limit will be increased to 20 from Saturday, May 24th to Sunday, May 25th. So you can do a total of 40 max battles during Gigantamax Machamp Max Battle Day, which is major. Also, the ability to join max battles remotely will remain in effect after the conclusion of the event. So ladies and gentlemen, after this max battle day, this will be in effect moving forward, which is gonna be amazing. If you are far away from a max battle and you wanna just solo it, but you can't go right now because you're like in line at the DMV, or you're just like stuck at home, or construction is really bad, or it's super rainy outside, just remote. Trainers who participate in max battles in person will earn more premium balls and XP than before. That is a great way to motivate trainers to do remotes, because one, you get more by putting in more, which is amazing. And the limits of max particles trainers can hold with increase from 1,000 to 1,500. This maximum may increase for special events. That is what I'm talking about, folks. The amount of max particles that you can collect for a limited amount per day is just so limited and so underwhelming. So the fact that they're going to increase it and then increase it even more for events, that is how you're gonna get more trainers to do more max battles for more chances for max hundos, shiny max Pokemon, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very long time. The community has been asking and been requesting for this to be remotable, to be accessible, and also having some update for remote raids in general. I love the remote raid increase. I know that it's not as much as we want, but you could definitely do more during special events like raid days and shadow raid days, which is so weird to say because we can finally remote raid for shadow raids. That's amazing. So if you need a shadow shiny legendary, make sure that you have a group together, and then of course have those friends invite other friends in trying to attempt to take down the most difficult raid bosses of all time. And like we said earlier, Gigantamax Pokemon are so difficult because of the number of trainers that are required. So if you have friends that cannot go out or that they're busy with something, but they want to do these battles, send them remote invites. And then, dude, it continues after. This is incredible. I don't know what else to say. This is the best update we had in a very long time. I cannot believe that we're getting this update before Gigantamax Machamp Max Battle Day. This will be thus far the best Max Battle Day ever, not just because of Community Day happening before, but because this update is happening effectively before the event starts. So that gives 2 thumbs up right there. That is... I love it. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. That's all the time that we have. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next time. Peace out.